Today we're looking at a crosswind landing in the stock barren, and we'll also be looking at controller issues and how they could affect your crosswind landing technique. We're approaching runway 25 at Rome with a 5 knot crosswind coming from the right. Not quite perpendicular, but still a significant crosswind. And this is not a perfect example of a crosswind landing, as I will explain as we actually touch down. But I wanted to talk about controller issues. When I started out with a CH yoke, then I progressed to a Microsoft Sidewinder stick, and finally I've been using a Thrustmaster Warthog. Now the thing about a Warthog stick, if you've used one, you'll know that they're quite stiff. There's an extension that you can use which is going to improve that, but the unmodified stick is quite stiff. Now with a crosswind landing, a significant part of the technique is, in this case, giving it a significant amount of right aileron, just to keep the right wing down to avoid drifting to the left. And the problem that I have had is that I found it hard to hold that little bit of right stick in order to keep the right wing down, and that I think has been improved with the CH yoke, which is a little bit looser. The Microsoft stick also is a little bit looser, so that would be an alternative. So that's something to be thinking about when you're practicing your technique. Is the controller that you're using making it difficult to hold that little bit of aileron? Now I talked about making a mistake on this landing. You'll see that I float a little bit. In fact, I actually climb a little bit, and I think, as you can see here, there's a little bit of float, a little bit of rise, and that really throws off the landing a little bit. It's not the worst landing ever, but it just throws it off a little bit. The mistake I make is that I flare the aircraft, but I don't back off the power quite enough. Now that's just a practice thing, and even with practice you're going to make that mistake every now and then. It's something that you're going to improve on with practice with a particular aircraft, but that's the reason for the mistake. If I'd have touched down at the right moment and not floated, then it would have been a much better landing. But again, not a absolute disaster, not the worst landing that you're ever going to see. So when looking at your technique, look at the hardware that you're using, make sure that you can actually get that and hold that little bit of aileron to compensate. I found that I was always drifting a little bit left or a little bit right, depending on the crosswind direction on landing, and really that's the cause of it. So I hope you found that useful, and as always, feel free to like, comment and subscribe.